If we were to study your origin as a weapon, we would ask, what are you made of? Well, we already know you were built with 3 items, a feather and 2 stones, a feather belonging to a bird from heaven. Straight away we would wonder and name any bird we could think of. You definitely wouldn't be a pigeon, as pigeons can fly as high as 6,000 feet, 1.8 kilometers only. Compared to other birds, your feather would certainly not be a little one. I mean, what bird could potentially be flying the heavens with tiny little feathers? We've established it could only be a mighty one. Of course, as humans, we naturally would think of the strongest, the biggest, or deadliest birds we knew, capable of ruling the skies. We could even name 10 of them. For example, the red-tailed hawk, one of the largest hawks on Earth, or the Philippine eagle, the longest eagle in existence. You might not just have to be one of the biggest, but supposedly one of the smartest. An appropriate word would be one of the wisest, like the Eurasian eagle owl, a top predator with sharp senses. Another bird we could think of is the great horned owl, a bird with the capacity of lifting 4 times its body weight. We could think of 2 flying kings, like the bald eagle, which could injure animals much larger than itself, such as bears, respected worldwide for his incredible strength. Or another one of his lethal neighbours, the harpy eagle, by far one of the strongest birds on Earth, an apex predator at the top of the food chain, strong enough to crush bones with ease. Unfortunately, none of these birds have your matching feather. You could have originated from a griffin, a mythological creature with the body, hind legs and tail of a lion, and the wings, front talons and head of an eagle. This would mean you came from a bird considered to be a symbol of power, wealth, courage and prestige. Quite amusing. But knowing that it's a bird heaven wouldn't mention, knowing that this feather was plucked out, guys, a griffin would not be happy having one of their feathers plucked out for your birth or existence. As loyal guardians, as beasts of heaven, as mysterious, as playful, and as godless they are, their inner feline and their inner bird, similar to normal cats we know here on Earth, and similar to normal birds we know here on Earth, would not be keen on sharing a piece, or should I say, a part of their body, in this case, one of their feathers. They will not share one of their feathers before their master, their rider, or you could say their angel. Before the angel would approach them, they would be reluctant, take a step back, begin to blink and stare non-stop, growl before giving a high-pitched warning at whoever approached them with the intent to steal one of their feathers. They would begin to flap their massive wings at you as your last warning. The weight of one of their feathers would have crushed those 2 stones. The stones would have been replaced with diamonds instead. That would have been another formula for the birth of another weapon. The feather definitely was not from a griffin. Griffins are guardians. The axe would be too kind. You can't approach a lion and expect it to be friendly, knowing its nature, especially knowing it's one of the king of the beasts. It's never going to let you just touch it anyhow. There has to be a sort of relationship. There has to be a special connection. And yeah, the same thing applies for a griffin. Your feather clogged up with 2 stones and emitted light, so you definitely did not come from a rough or strong feather. Clogged up with 2 stones and emitted light precisely, emitting a radiant glow resembling the rays of the sun. This shows, or rather hints, that your mother bird is very much close to the sun. This bird must also be full of splendor, yet friendly enough, tender, kind enough to make anyone make use of one of his single feathers. A bird capable of spreading light and glow, a bird whose feather would bring forth life and existence. If it was instructed to an angel to collect this feather, and it could withstand the powerful glow emitting from your birth, then it has to be from an immortal bird. A bird associated with the sun, a bird that obtains new life by rising from its ashes, a bird that is a flying element of the sun, a bird who could attend and accompany the sun, bearing its heat and dew as ordered to them from God, and that could only be one bird. Thanks to all the details we've managed to unpuzzle actually, that bird can only be a phoenix.